Welcome to Shamelessly Arguing with Vegans. This is a free book which is available on earthhealingnetwork.com, written by myself, and it's something that you can easily read, share, and use it for your personal activism, for animal activism in your area, in outreach, or in your day-to-day conversations. Because what the whole idea is that we need to inspire each other, motivate each other in our journey. Not just for plant-based food, but as vegans who are against the abuse and exploitation of various species of animals. We are one species of animals, so neither should we harm and hurt ourselves, each other, or any other species that deserves to live unnecessarily, except for, of course, in self-defense. Now, I'll begin today's argument by a precursor, which is a reading. Not exactly tarot reading, an oracle. This is the Lakshmi. I'm choosing the Lakshmi oracle because Elizabeth Jensen has made this, illustrated by Jeevananandam S. So this is an Indian. I'm from India. I love India. I miss India. In India, when I have to talk to people, I don't have to explain so much, okay, that animal abuse is wrong or eating animals is wrong. They understand that slaughter is wrong. At least more than half of them do. At least the ones who are spiritual do. So, yeah, I really miss those days. And let me take a card just for a message for each other. Hope it makes sense to you. This is a god of spiritual growth, Ayyappan. This is a South Indian god. I've lived in South India for quite a long time myself because my dad was in the Indian Army and we kept traveling. Ayyappan is a form of God, which is, God's names can differ in different parts of the world, right? So card number one, Ayyappan, is one about how we dedicate ourselves in spirituality, be yogis, defeat demons, which are our own bad habits. So, real love and devotion towards God is our own good character, our own good behavior. The God deck constantly talks about asking for blessings of the deity by sitting in nature and believing in nature. Nature is actually the deity, isn't it? Now we can visualize nature in a human form, as a god, as a male deity, as a female deity of human form. But let us look beyond that. This is just what we relate with as human beings with human form. But could it be that we're really closing or narrowing the definition of God by visualizing them only in human forms? And is it possible that we go beyond that a little bit and consider that if our bad habits are negative, if we are supposed to be yogis who have self-control, who have, a good, not just genetic, but learned behavior pattern, then we must all be vegan, shouldn't we? And why is it that vegans talk so much about this all the time? Why can't we talk about other things? We do talk about other things, but this is one issue that human beings don't generally agree upon. There are so many human beings who still continue to abuse and exploit animals. We understand that we shouldn't do that to each other. So, this is argument 124, and it's very connected to what I just said about God, nature, our own demons being our own bad habits to be conquered, our own God being our own good character to be developed. The argument 124 in this book that I have written was all about religion. In religion, my religion says God gave us animals, God loves man so much, God sent animals there so that we could eat the animals, and that's it. That's a typical Western religious sentiment. And therefore, the card that I just pulled just now about God being so different in each culture, different depictions, but actually being the form of goodness, love, kindness, good habits, good character is most important. So what is our nature? If we are supposed to return to nature, be good, are we bad people? Is it our nature to control and dominate over other species as humans? Is that how God made us? Do we know that in animal agriculture, animals are not just eaten as food, they are bred to be eaten in billions and billions and billions of amounts year after year. They're slaughtered by about maybe 150 billion is the estimate, year after year, not just for food, but for leather, for other objects that we make out of them, for entertainment. It's ridiculous. This isn't God. This isn't love, because Westerners also say that God is love. Christians say that, don't they? Jesus said that, God, love God, God is love, love each other. Each other means what? Only humans each other? So is God really a human form? I know that in India we have Vishnu as God and this Devi and that God, various human forms, but we also have animal forms as God. We have Ganpati, we have, other beings as God, as, avatars of Vishnu that were of different animal forms. So we do recognize that human is just one of the forms that God has taken. God is not just a human. God has not created humans in just his image because he's like a human being. And God is not a vain narcissist man who wants just one species to dominate the planet and that he loves man only so much. It's just a little idiotic, don't you think, to think that way? So if God says that this is allowed, has God really told that to you? When did you last talk to God and listen to God? Do you have any evidence? Let me see that God now. Just present that God in front of me. I mean, this was just a card, wasn't it? Present that God who has said to you and who is actually a God, and prove to me that he is the creator of this universe. You cannot prove that. It's just a book that has told you that. So religions are full of all this gibberish, full of all of this nonsense. Different books are written in different languages. Throughout the years, they've even changed those books and scripts, and God knows what all has been added or deleted. We just say the word God in vain, don't we? Just God. We don't know what it is we're talking about. Do we have a definition that's globally recognized? Is the creator God? Is love God? Because I don't know if love has created the universe, or if it's some sort of an AI computer system that runs this show, or if it's just something else. I mean, nobody knows what has created the universe, who has created the universe. We have no scientific evidence to date. And you will say we don't need science because it's just a belief. Beliefs not equal to science. Let's understand that. Your beliefs are just unscientific beliefs. To prove that they are true, valid, factual beliefs, you need to have some evidence. I'm not really sure how to explain this to people who are led only by a particular book that says certain things. Except one thing that I once heard in an activism video. Do you believe in the book of your heart? They would say, no, we don't believe. We believe only in the Bible. Because they are racist, they are fundamentalist of that religion, they believe only in their religion, they believe anyone who believes in some other religion should not really exist and they should go to hell or they should be punished. In some countries, one religion is the law and you cannot oppose it even. You can't even change your religion if you're born into it. So these are really, really, really big injustices all over the world. and massive negative energies all over the world which have taken over this planet. It's like a very, very evil system everywhere. These books that have been altered, changed over time. First, this God has said that you should eat plants and plants should be food in Genesis. Then suddenly this God has said that some other food will be there. And who is this God talking in so many voices and different words each time? Has anybody actually heard these voices? If these voices have been heard, how do you know this is not a demon who's just saying that I'm God? Think, question reality, question your books, have some common sense. Is it possible for a good God who is love to tell you that I have made animals for you to eat when actually plants are sufficient for you to eat? You don't really need to eat that animal. So I really, really think that all these books and religions are from the past. They're absolutely not even necessary right now. And if you do hear voices of any god or any being telling you anything, do question that too. Is that voice something reasonable, saying something rational? Is it trying to control your mind? Is it just brainwashing you? If you don't hear any voices and just relying upon what voices were heard in the past allegedly and being written around in books, then I think question that book as well. That's the best advice I can give you. Just get yourself unplugged from this matrix of lies somehow by not believing in each and everything you read or hear. It is one fact that killing animals is evil. You can't dispute it. How can evil be God? Think about it.